Hi, everybody. I'm Jane. Welcome back to Tiny Tips on Public Speaking. Okay, today let's talk jargon, more specifically intergovernmental organizational jargon. That's a mouthful. Okay, so say you've been invited to one of these venues, EU, NATO, the UN. They all have an impressive set of buzzwords, and some of them have like an entire subset of language that sort of floats around in the atmosphere around them. And my clients often want to know, should I adopt some of this jargon? Should I try to adapt my message to the audience? Well, my advice for you, whether or not you're going, if this is a one off or if you're going on a regular basis in the context of a meeting, my advice is no. Why? Because this jargon is designed for the people who work and function within these organizations, and they have to use these kinds of words for the text that they churn out every day. There's nothing wrong with that. That's one of the functions of these places is that they churn out a lot of typed texts that have the same types of language in them. Your goal is very different. You're going there to drive a narrative. You're going there to talk about who you are and what you're doing generally. You're either the face of your organization or your agency or your ministry, or you're an ambassador, you've just stepped into your role, and you want to talk about your vision for the future. Generally, that's what you're there for. So the last thing you want to do is get your message all muddled up in some of these texts that get turned out. So you want to be very simple, clear, and succinct. The other thing you want to do in addition to it, just evacuating that jargon from your speech, is you want to make sure that you're following a narrative, that you want to create a kind of story in people's minds. It doesn't have to be anecdotal, but you want to make sure that there's a story-like quality, because chances are if you're there and you're talking about what you're doing, your vision for the future, somebody's going to get up right behind you and talk about exactly the same thing. So you really want your message to you want it to stand out a little bit from the crowd. So you want it to have that narrative quality. So those two things, evacuate the jargon, give it a kind of narrative quality, and don't forget, you can splash this stuff all over Twitter, you can put it on social media, but you have an incredible rare opportunity when you've got a bunch of people in a meeting, in a room, listening to you while you perform, while you share your vision and where you want to go with these people. You got the press at your disposal. You just got a lot of things going on, so you want to make it count. I hope this has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you next time for Tiny Tips on Public Speaking. Bye.